Hey, what's up, gang? Thank you for tuning in to the Swish Masters Podcast, and of course, thanks to our sponsor, SS96. Use the promo code Swish Masters. That's right, Swish Masters, the name of the podcast, for 15% off today on all merch at ss96.net. Also, be sure to follow Straight Stoner as well as Xzequtive Productions on all socials. See you soon, and thank you so much for tuning into the podcast. We love it.
What's up, beautiful people? Today is June 9th, 2023. The time is, depending where you are, for me, is like 10:14. You may be seeing the stream a little late. We know how the lag goes in the stream. But you still just finished watching Game 4 of the NBA Finals. I am your co-host, QtheGuru.
I'm your co-host, Zay, the executive producer here.
And I just gotta say, that game was a really, really good game. Zay, I want to be honest with you, bro. Even though I objectively picked Nuggets in 5, I was honestly rooting with my heart for the Heat to win. And the Heat had a chance. Several chances. Several chances from how the game was being called. Jokic was in foul trouble. Jamal Murray didn't have it going offensively. He didn't have an efficient shooting night. Jokic didn't have an efficient shooting night. But as the game kept going on, I was like, whoever other steps up, that's the team that's going to win. And the others for the Denver Nuggets stepped up and won. There's no way that Bruce Brown and Caldwell Pope, but mostly Bruce Brown, to be the closer in a game of the NBA Finals. Who could have predicted that? Once I saw that, I was like, okay, that's it. That's it. And I'm going to give you all the time you need, bro. Because I'm not a Miami Heat fan, but I feel like as a Heat, I don't know how you can possibly bounce back from that. It's tough. Because you have Jimmy play more like playoff Jimmy than me tonight. Bam was effective, but it was the other for Denver. Who would have known Aaron Gordon would have been the leading scorer? Aaron Gordon. It's tough, man. I know I picked Nuggets in 5, but I was really rooting for the Heat. Like in all my reactions, I was like, the Bam slams, the posters, I was hyped. Zay, I'm gonna let you have the floor, sir.
There's a lot that can be said about this game. Got to give the credit to the Denver Nuggets for being relentless and going out, being aggressive. The others stepping up, making plays. Aaron Gordon tonight was huge for them. Like you said, led them in scoring, as well as Bruce Brown coming on late in that fourth and just really taking over the game. Jokic and Murray were kind of minimalized in ways, still found other ways to affect the game, with Murray having like 12 assists, setting that new record, obviously. And just overall not letting up, not holding back any punches. Got to give them credit for just coming out, executing, and playing hard-nosed basketball. On the other side, yeah, Jimmy was better. Still wasn't able to make a huge dent in the game and really take over. Bam gave us 20, which is good, but that's really not the issue here. And honestly, you already touched on the others for the Nuggets. That was the key in this situation. But like I said before, feel like I'm starting to preach this. Where's the intensity? Where's that eagerness, that desperation, that energy when you need it? Where is the effort? Because I feel that for whatever reason, the Heat come out, they start playing well. Nuggets come back, they start playing well. The Heat get lax in the middle of the game. They get down to 10, 15 points. And then late in the third and in the fourth, they're trying to scrap and fight back. When if they would keep the same energy, match the intensity, play hard-nosed basketball and stop coasting, they could probably give themselves a better chance to win the game. And I don't understand that. It's very frustrating because I'm watching the game and I'm just yelling at my TV like, let's go. I feel like there's no push when there needs to be a push. Not in the fourth quarter late when you're down 10 points with 3 minutes left in the game. I'm talking about the third quarter. Momentum swings right here, right now, when you have these opportunities to get out in transition. And obviously, there are other things that are affecting this game, such as Gabe Vincent getting in foul trouble yet again and having to be out, not really being able to be on the floor and make a difference as far as his scoring ability and playmaking. Max Strus can't get it going. Still had 0 points tonight, no shots. Caleb Martin has not been as effective in this series yet. And we need the effort. Like Kyle Lowry is coming in, pushing the pace. He's playing solid basketball, but those are those three guys that I've mentioned that actually like played well. Jimmy, Bam, Kyle. That's 3 people. There are 5 people on the floor. There are 12 plus people on this team, and I feel like for whatever reason they don't have the idea that this is the NBA Finals. This is game 4 on your floor, in front of your fans, in your building, in your city. And it's frustrating because I can feel the energy shift. I feel like there's such a lack of energy, a lack of desperation. I don't know if it's the stakes aren't high enough or something. They had to go down, look at the last series. We literally were up 3-1 and had to go to game 7 to beat the Celtics in the conference finals. And now we're down 3-1 in the finals. And we just lost 2 games at home. And excuse my dog in the background. He's having a good time with his chew toy. But I just do not get the lack of effort until it's very, very late in the game. And that's hard. You're putting yourself in a worse situation. I get it. Sometimes shots aren't falling. All the calls don't go your way. But we had moments in the game where I'm looking at the defense, getting physical with Jokic, getting physical with Murray, making everything tough. Aaron Gordon had a great shooting night. That was an anomaly. But still, you have to adjust. They're a bigger team. They have guys that can make plays. And it's all about effort. Like Bruce Brown coming out tonight doing what he did. He's been solid the entire time he's been with Denver. He's been a big boost for them. But there's no way that he should be coming off the bench playing harder than 5 starters, bro. He's playing like, all right, he's playing for a contract. Bro, this is the finals. And I don't feel like anyone on the floor in first through third quarter was like, oh yeah, we can win this game and tie the series up. You know what I mean? Like, that was our chance to tie this game up, make it easier for ourselves. At least if we win this one and then we go to Denver and we lose, all right, we got another shot to keep this going. But now you put your backs against the wall And I guess that's what it is. I feel like they have to thrive under the most difficult situation to really like play Heat basketball, I guess. Because I know they're capable of it. And maybe that's what it is. We'll see. But tonight the others didn't show up at all. Not in the capacity that we needed. And for the Nuggets, they had it going. So I have to give them credit because those guys came out, they were prepared, and they got it done. Plain and simple. That's not even analysis. I'm just looking at body language. I'm looking at the hustle plays. I'm just looking at what I'm seeing, not even from a strategy wise, because what the Heat were doing. Even Kevin Love, he had some moments. Like, it's not even the I'm not really worried about the offensive side of the ball most of the time. And obviously we need those guys to score. But you can't give up all these layups, all these putback dunks. You can't. These guys are getting. Aaron Gordon is getting 10 layups. Jokic, and I get it. We're trapping Murray. He's getting wide open in the middle of the floor. I get that. We have some hard covers where they have size, but at the same time, I've seen this team play great defense. I've seen them, even like the zone. We didn't play zone tonight, and it was working. But it came down to hustle and energy, and that's what they were lacking, and that's why they got beat. So next game is gonna be a good one because they only have the most intense games when they are backs against the wall type of game. So that's what it's gonna come down to, man. I'm really just disappointed in the effort. Not really I'm disappointed in two things: effort and defense. I'll put it that way. Offensively, yeah, it's a hard matchup, but I expect more from them. I expect effort, energy. I don't know. I keep saying these words because I can't really make sense of it, but that's just what I see. I don't see any type of fuel to the fire when we need it the most. And it's like, man, I don't know. I feel like that's why I couldn't be a coach, bro. I'm coaching from my couch. And I'm just like, it's not even the X's and O's, the plays. It's not strategy. It's literally wake up, wake up, wake up. I don't get it. I'm not trying to go on a rant here, but
I preach, bro.
I just do not get it. I don't understand where the mind is, because I'm like watching the game. I'm just like, these guys are going through the motions. They're not looking for, and they're making there was careless turnovers. I'm like, we had more turnovers in the first half than we had the entire last game. The entire game I'm just like, bro, what is? This is not the regular season. This is not just, all right, we playing this game. We're playing at least 4 games to, just for the heck of it. This is the finals. This is what you play for. This is what you go out here and strive to do in your career. This changes everything. It's hard, man. I'm done. I am done, bro. Anyway, short-term memory. Next game, do or die. That's what it is. Like, gosh, man.
All right.
Yeah, I agree with Jacoby. This is not the team we're seeing from the Eastern Conference Finals, bro. Like, what is? It's killing me. Like, all right, I'm done.
No,
Go ahead.
Preach, bro. Wow. Go ahead. Wave the towel. Go ahead. And you on the back, bro. Go ahead. Go ahead, preaching. Listen. To be fair though, he played with much more effort and intensity than Game 3. I think we can both agree on that. What the game I saw, the effort was there. The transition defense was great by the Heat. There are multiple transition styles, bro. The Heat did some good things. Shout out to Kevin Love to make some good hustle plays. Like they were playing that Heat basketball. It's just that shots weren't falling, and they were giving them some cuts and layups. That's true. That was lackadaisical. That was bad. Some of the lazy passes they were doing. That's what led to those turnovers. And they kept trying to make those same passes. You see Jokic, he's deflecting them. So try something else. They kept doing that. That's one thing I noticed too. But overall, defensively, you kind of had a game you were hoping for when it comes to like Jamal Murray and Nikola Jokic. Jokic was in foul trouble. That's good. Jamal Murray shot 5 for 17. That's good. He only had 15 points tonight. So y'all were doing some good things. It's just that it's these others. The Nuggets, anybody can step up. I used to think of the Heat that way, but it doesn't seem like it anymore. You haven't seen Caleb Martin, like you said, Gabe Vincent, getting some foul trouble, can't get going, can't get in rhythm, and Max Strus, I don't know where he at. He ain't in Miami. I don't know where he at. But overall, Jokic, only 4 assists. Like, you guys did what you're supposed to do on the Stars. There were some positive takeaways here. It's just that Bruce Brown, you cannot let that happen. Jamal and Jokic even had the ball at the critical point in the stretch. That's literally where the game was lost at right there. Bruce Brown and Aaron Gordon having that stretch he had. But I just want to recognize y'all did some positive things. There was some Heat basketball play. Y'all did play better overall than Game 3.
I'll say this to that point. They came out with that. They came out with a better start than they did in Game 3. It's just for me when I mentioned like the energy, it's not consistent. That's the only thing. Like, yeah, they play hard. They came out, but it's like certain spots in the game where I'm like, all right, we're on this stretch. Like you said, they're doing the same pass. I'm looking at a lot of these post ups for Jimmy, and he's sealing the smaller guard, whether it's Brown, whether it's Murray, and Bam is up top. He's made this pass a million times. Obviously, Jokic is long. He's deflecting. He's kicking the ball like 8 times a game, but it's just Jimmy on the block or on the low post. All you gotta do is lob it over the top. Jokic, you put it over the top. Jimmy is strong enough to hold the other guy back. Jokic can't jump over.
Right. Yeah, and he just hurt his ankle. Like, you can test that ankle. You know what I'm saying? Like, keep doing that. Like, they ain't really test it. And when he was in foul trouble, you didn't keep like driving, like attack him.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
There was Jokic should have been. We should have been head hunting for Jokic. And I don't know. I'm not trying to take advantage. Not take it. Let me say I put this. I'm not trying to injure him any further. But obviously he's playing. All right, he's injured. Exactly. He's hurt a little. He's wounded. So what is a wild animal that sees another wild animal that's wounded? They go after it. Mm-hmm. You should be going after him. And he got the 5 fouls. He came out of the game for a little bit, but everything when he came back in, we should have been running pick and roll with Bam, putting him in a mix with Jimmy where he has to either play perfect defense or he's going to foul.
Yep. Test him that pick and roll. Yep.
Mm-hmm. And by the time we got to the 4th and Bruce Brown started cooking, it was way too late.
Yep.
But they had some improvements like we talked about earlier with defensively. They didn't go to the zone. They played aggressively, but then they kind of dropped off and was inconsistent. Then Aaron Gordon started going. Then they get these backdoor cuts, and they get Murray still making plays, even though we minimize Jokic playmaking ability. Mm-hmm. There are adjustments that you have to make in the game, and there's this level of consistency that you have to have in order to, once you get to that 4th quarter, give yourself the best chance. And that's why I say that even though compared to Game 3, the way they started, yeah, it was better. But at the same time, if you don't keep that up for 4 quarters, and this has happened multiple times now, you lose your edge a little bit. the point difference becomes a thing. They went up 14, 15, 10, 12, and they start coming back late. If you can stay at the more, and obviously these are NBA basketball players we're talking about, so they're gonna be able to score, and it's not like you're gonna like flatline them. But if you can have a level of consistency with what you're doing on the defensive side of the ball, if you're not shooting well, which you aren't getting our max, like I said, I guess Max is at the beach right now. And Gabe can't not get a foul, which is a tough break. But there has to be a level of consistency through each quarter. Like that's what like first quarter they come out good, second quarter, but they're making up some shots. Third quarter, all right, completely has dipped from the first half. Then the fourth quarter is like, all right, now we got to hurry up. Let's play catch up. So, man, that's a tough way to play basketball for a 4-quarter game. Like, bro, this is not the time for anyone to lose the momentum and lose steam in what you're doing. So
and the fact that y'all couldn't take advantage of Jokic being on the bench, because in my mind I was like, if they can cut it down, you don't have to focus on Murray. But Murray was doing he did a great job of playmaking during that stretch.
Yeah,
he did it, and that kind of will help get the others going too. Jeff Green knocked down a critical shot. They got KCP going, and of course you talk about Bruce Brown. So shout out to Jamal Murray during that stretch. Like, that was very important.
Man, honestly, shout out to the Nuggets for just staying focused.
Yeah, good team basketball. That was a good team win right there.
Two guys, they're two stars. We did our thing, sort of on them.
Y'all did. It just that.
But the other guys, I've heard many NBA Hall of Famers say this. The others in these types of games, in these finals, and these championships, they make the real difference. And right now, our others are not present enough. While the Nuggets tonight, the other night, Jokic and Murray torched us for triple doubles, 30-point triple doubles. But tonight, Bruce Brown, Aaron Gordon.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like KCP. It's all about the effort that you put in and having the same mission throughout the entire time, bro. Like, man, man, Jay, I don't get it. I couldn't coach. Like, shout out to Coach Jay for what you do, especially because I'm watching this game and I'm like, man, I could not be on the sideline because I don't know how to.
All right, let's talk about that. What are some things that he can possibly do? To me, I think defensively you guys are doing okay. Like, these games have not been very high scoring for the Nuggets. For me, it's all about the offense for y'all, and the offense is not consistent. So, like, I know we talked about defense, of course, but like, you gotta get some scoring from somewhere. Obviously, we're not getting it from Vincent or Strus, right? Kellen Martin's not the same like he was last series, so it gotta come from somewhere. So, is this the point where you put in Tyler Hero if he's healthy and can play? He's been shooting around. He was expected to play in Game 4. I don't know what happened. He wasn't there tonight. He didn't play. Maybe this is the time we see him. We got to do something. Because at this point, defensively, I think y'all got the game plan. Defensively, it's just like, we're going to get the offense from him. Of course, Jimmy can have a crazy monster night, like 30, 40. And you have a chance, but you still have to get something for somebody else. Like, that's the only thing I can think of. Like, I can't really think of anything schematically. Because what's happening is, because no one's knocking down shots, it's closing up the paint, like they're jamming the paint. Because they're not making their shots. Like, if they're making their shots, it'll open up the paint in the driving lanes. And Jimmy could do his thing more. because they're not shooting well, they can back off. So just gotta make shots, honestly. It's more about the players at this point. You can't think of anything schematically. It's just playing hero. And that's about it. And maybe consider, I don't know, Lowry played well. He pushed the pace really well. And pushing the pace helps. Just upping the tempo. So that was positive when y'all were pushing the tempo. But like, would you start Lowry? Or whoever's in that guard spot, tell them to push the pace? Like Gabe Vincent, go ahead, push the pace.
Pace is definitely a point that will need to be emphasized for sure. When we were able to get out in transition, we put them on their heels, which puts a lot of pressure on Jokic and those other big guys to get back, and easily get them in foul trouble, stuff like that. And we got athletes, so we can get Bam, Jimmy, Caleb Martin on the break. That's an easy 2 points, or trailing threes for Kevin Love. Speaking of trailing threes, I think that one big adjustment that I feel like would really benefit us, and this guy, and the one positive of our others that I can really like say as a positive is Duncan Robinson. Duncan has been solid, like
every game.
Honestly, this entire series, yeah, because he sparked the comeback in Denver. 10 points in like what 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Tonight, he had a play earlier in the game where he got a. I'm so happy with his.
That steal, the jump steal.
He's putting the ball on the floor, making no look passes to Jimmy, and he's a 3-point shooter, and he's finishing at the rim.
Shit,
we need to
start
get him. Even if we don't start him, even if we go, this is the thing. Like, I personally think that Gabe has had a tough break with these foul calls because he's getting switched on Gordon and these bigger guys, and they're taking advantage of it. So, and then there was a call the other night. It just was. They said on the broadcast, like, he was just wrong place, wrong time, and that's going to happen. It's part of the game. But I feel like if he can avoid some fouls and get going, he can give us 18 to 20. That's going to be a big thing. If we can find a way to free him up to and keep him out of these mismatches so he doesn't get in foul trouble, that's going to be a big boost. I say we give Duncan Robinson more minutes. And definitely, we need to see Highsmith again. Highsmith was a key part in that defense in the first 2 games because he's long, he's athletic, and I feel like he can give us opportunities to if we get these switches on defense. Highsmith long enough to cover Murray. Jokic, the only person that really matches up with him well and not even that effective is Bam. So I've just accepted at this point. Jokic is gonna get his.
Exactly.
Jokic is gonna get his, but if we can, the others, man, like, we can't let Aaron Gordon get 27, almost 30 points on us. So I say we get Bruce Brown, like, we get Highsmith in, we give a long wing defender, he can make shots. Duncan Robinson, get him some more minutes. I like what Kyle Lowry's been doing, and I want to say that I would maintain keeping him on the bench so he comes in
off the bench,
gives that spark, and he's another floor general that is. I feel like I can finally trust him now to be able to run things. If you take Jimmy off the floor, if you take Bam off the floor for a second, and those guys are going to play heavy minutes too, but he gives you another threat and a ball handler, a shooter, a defensive presence. He's smart. He's savvy enough to make the right play. So I feel like we can put some trust in him. That's what we need. I think that that is the. If we just need to get, this is the other thing. If we bring Kyle off the bench still, let him be the spark. But in the initial starting lineup, take Gabe Vincent off the ball a little bit. I say put the ball in Jimmy's hand. Let Jimmy start cooking early. Let Jimmy get to the rim, check it out. All right, if they sink in on him, Gabe, all right, corner three, easy money. Let's so that way Gabe can start being effective early, and if he gets in foul trouble, he's already gotten his effect with the scoring wise. That's a big. But Duncan Robinson has to get more minutes because he's been super consistent off the bench, and I like what he's been doing. Yep. So,
yeah, you really can't play Zeller in this series at all, man. At least not when Jokic on the floor.
We can play him to get some fouls.
Yeah,
it's hard to get. It's been hard even with Duncan though. Like we saw. I mean, Bruce Brown just got it going tonight. It was. I don't feel like it was anything that was stopping
Aaron Gordon too. Like that. I agree. Those were
Aaron Gordon is a matchup nightmare because he's and he was making threes. I was like, bro, this.
Once I started making those threes, bro, I was
like, bro, this is crazy. He's making threes now. That's hard to beat when he's making a three. Like obviously, I know he's going to go to the hoop, but we'll give him the three more so than letting him get into the paint. And when he's making it, it's like, oh, this is not good.
Yeah, he was doing his thing. Shout out to Aaron Gordon. He was doing his thing to get to the rim. I was impressed with him. But you gotta believe Bruce Brown, that's an anomaly. But again, anybody on that team can do that. KCP can give you 20. He could. Like Michael Porter. Michael Porter still haven't had like a good game yet. Like offensively. But defensively too, he makes some mistakes. But still, that's someone else who could give you like 20, like if he gets going. Like this was just a hard game to lose for Miami, man. And honestly, it's Miami. Y'all do seem to be like when the seems impossible, they found some way to win. That's the only credit I can give Miami Heat because these series in the past, we've seen it like against the Bucks. Against the Celtics, right? So I'm like, y'all just really, really like to be like everyone's saying that's it. When everyone says that's it, that's when Miami plays. Like, but this is a different team in Denver, though. And the main difference is the coaching and the star power on this team. It's different.
Yeah.
That's the main thing, man. It's hard. You cannot stop Jokic. There is nothing you can do. This man got all the offensive skills ever, man. Like his footwork in the paint is beautiful to watch. I'm like, okay, nobody can stop that, man. And there were some mistakes too, man. You can't leave him. He knows his IQ is so high. He knows when to roll. He knows when to stay out and pop. And fade. Like
Jokic had a three earlier in the game where he was 2-3 feet behind the line. I'm like, dang, bro. Like we used to say the Warriors were a cheat code. Jokic is a cheat code, bro. Like you can get Jokic in 2K. That's tough. But we got.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I think we kind of went through everything that he could possibly do.
Yeah.
Just try to do some things y'all did tonight that were positive.
Just kind of disrupt the flow of their offense. Like they got it too easy.
And don't turn the ball over. Like,
turn the ball over way too many times. And
had 14 turnovers and Nuggets had 11 steals. Some of those lazy passes, man. Yeah. And I gotta say here, like Jimmy gotta be like, I know I said playoff Jimmy before. I meant by like the aggression early on. I was like, that's good. Like how he closed out the first half. I was like, cool. This is like inching towards playoff Jimmy. That's what I was thinking. In the first half, y'all closed out. Y'all did really good in the first half. Y'all did. It's just that fourth quarter. And that stretch when Jokic was off the floor. That was a prime opportunity. Just Dang, bro.
Yeah.
I predicted Nuggets in 5, but I was really hoping that the Heat would get it tonight. I'm so serious, bro. I'm serious.
No, hey, it's all good. You got to go out there and earn it, man. And he didn't do that tonight, so.
So
corner.
I know you're a fan, man. You're a fan. I know you still got faith. You're still hoping. I will offer you an olive branch, but I know you're gonna stay on the Heat side. I already know.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, that's a loyal fan right there. Man. All right. The Nuggets seem like they'll close it out in the next game. Everyone will have 2 days of rest this time. Give everyone a chance to heal up. And it's gonna be a dogfight. I don't think game 5 will be a blowout whatsoever. I think it's gonna be a tight game. I'm predicting Jimmy's gonna have the best game of his playoff life, at least in this series he will.
These two.
He has to. He's gonna. I predict Jimmy will go down swinging, man. And I'm predicting and Stars don't have 2 bad games in a row. So I was kind of right in my prediction about like they not having the same type of game. Like I was right about that. I was like one of them, but it turned out to be both of them technically. Although Jamal Murray did have a great impact on the game, Jokic always has an impact, but you know, they didn't have the ideal superstar game. You know what I'm saying? But next game, I see it, man. Like Jokic is probably gonna go off, bro. Then the Nuggets probably sense the blood in the water, so to speak, man, and they want to do everything they can to close it on their home floor. So it's gonna take a huge effort from the Heat to stop that.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, y'all give us your thoughts, man. Who y'all think can win Game 5, and what some things that he can do to get to Game 6. Let us know your thoughts, and I can't think of nothing else. I really can't. Jimmy gotta go off, man. That's it, bro. Dang, there's not a whole lot of news was released since we talked last time.
I saw Woj reported that Denver's actually making a trade for draft picks, which is not major news, but I think they're trading some picks with your squad, OKC, of course. It's like some late second round picks or late first round picks, something like that. And other than that, CP3 sweepstakes is soon to begin.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this, man. Like, I know we kind of discussed it the other night, but what do you think of the this whole CP3 situation, honestly?
Honestly, this is speaking of CP3. Apparently there's been a rumor of like Paul for Harden signing a trade deal that's been quietly circulating for a while, and and apparently there are multiple guards linked to the Suns, like Emmanuel Quickly, Peyton Pritchard, and some other guards. So that's the latest news as far as that goes. Take it what you will. It's all about what CP3 wants to do. Like, I believe at this point he wants to be a champion, so he'll probably have to take less money, like a huge pay cut to join one of these contenders, like a mid-level exception type stuff, man. So, and he can go to any number of teams. I've been hearing it today too. On the national media circuit, a lot of people are saying some teams that we talked about the other day. Celtics. I know my brother suggested that one. That was a good one. I know, of course, everyone's talking about LA. Now, kind of agreeing with your point about that. Like, you probably shouldn't go to LA. But it'll just be nice to see him and LeBron play together. But that's it. I think the ideal fit probably really is the Celtics, because they really need a good efficient guard play. But you also have to consider CP3's age and how he's been injury prone the last couple seasons.
Yeah.
So wherever situation goes to, want to go to a good situation where they have another good effective guard to back up as well. It's like having CP3 is a plus, you know what I'm saying? But you don't have to rely on him too much. So something like that. I've been hearing Clippers. I've been hearing some people suggested Houston. I forgot which analyst suggested Houston, but they were just talking about, someone did suggest the Spurs too. I forgot.
Spurs.
Yeah, and the idea is that he'll be able to mentor Victor Wembanyama.
Yeah.
He'll be with Pop. They won't be a huge title contender, but he'll be a good mentor. And if Wemby turns out to be just amazing out the gate, you could have a chance. So, I mean, we've seen the impact Jokic is having. Imagine someone who's 7'5", able to dribble, pass, shoot the three well, rebound. Like, I'm just saying.
Bro, speaking of Wembanyama, I really feel like this dude has been the most hyped up NBA prospect, more so than Zion and Ja, and a lot in recent years. Like, he's the most hyped. Like,
the debate has been between him and LeBron, who's been hyped up more. Like,
I mean, he's not like quite at LeBron's level, I think, but it was multiple. I felt like honestly, this is my opinion, but every other day when I would go into the NBA app, they were playing. They had a stream to France games, more so than I've ever seen. Like,
sure did.
Obviously, they have BAL and other, just random things, G League games, or sometimes going on. But every time, I can't remember his team's name, but every time Wemby's team was playing, I felt like the NBA was like, "Yeah, we're gonna stream this one." I was just like, "Bro,"
Yeah.
I am excited to like see him in an NBA game, and especially San Antonio. Like, I had to have y'all come down, bro. We had to go to a San Antonio game for sure. Not too far from here, but it would be insane. Like, I think he's gonna be effective immediately for the NBA's marketing purposes for sure.
Yeah, it would be, man. They've had a chance to be a future face of the league. And that'd be awesome to see. I will say this though, so this is not really news or whatever, I guess, but Lil Wayne.
I did see that.
Okay, you saw that? Okay.
I saw the tweet.
He entered the GOAT chat, man. He thinks he's officially saying LeBron is the GOAT over Michael Jordan. So, with that being said, we can have that little discussion here. I would say this though, LeBron, he is an all-time leading scorer now in NBA history. That's a recent accolade that it'll be hard to top, especially if he keeps playing. He is one of the best all-around players I've ever seen. By the time his career is over, he'll be top 5 in almost every category. Like, I'll pump the brakes a little bit. The only thing about LeBron, man, just me, it's just the finals. That's it.
Yeah,
it's just the finals, man. That's the only blemish on his record. If he did not have that meltdown in Dallas, I feel like we'd be looking at LeBron's story way different right now. But the dominant run he had in the finals, like there was a time throughout college, like in high school, LeBron was in the finals every year for me. Like about a whole dang near decade or so, man. LeBron was in the finals literally like every year.
He made like 10 straight.
Exactly, like literally a decade of
That's
being
a
in the
decade.
finals, man. Like that's an accomplishment too. But the fact that just not being able to like get over that, man. And you gotta look at the competition too. Like those Warriors teams were tough. So
Yeah.
I don't know, man. He has a chance. I don't know.
I'll put it this way. Respect to Lil Wayne. Obviously, he's one of the goats of the rap game of hip hop, for sure. And he's played a little basketball. I ain't gonna count his opinion out completely, but I've been looking at this GOAT debate a little bit differently, and obviously, LeBron is one of the greatest of all time, hands down.
Of course,
he's the greatest scorer. He's statistically outscored everyone that's ever played.
mm-hmm.
Got to take that into consideration. We just talked about his finals runs. He's over the years. He's got I'm trying to say 4 championships. He's won a chip with every team I think that was a point that Wayne brought up, was that he's won a chip with every team he's went to, which is, that's hard to do, which just to win with one team. But he's done it with multiple teams, which is crazy.
That was basically Wayne's point too.
Yeah, and I get that, but this is how I look at the whole GOAT debate now. Like, you got to break it down into multiple categories and multiple things, right?
Mm-hmm.
When I look at LeBron, his impact on the game overall, LeBron is probably, arguably, I'll put it this way, the greatest all-around player that the game has ever seen. All around. Like, he can score, he can pass, he can defend, etc. If you look at MJ, overall, unstoppable. He went to the chip 6 times. He won 6 times, never lost. And obviously, for his career, he's averaged 30, which is insane. Regardless if you want to talk about his breaks or not, he played over 10 plus seasons and averaged 30 points over 10 years. That's hard to argue. And I feel like he's the greatest player of all time. But then when you look at a guy like Kobe's skill set is, I see these videos every day now, and of like Kobe highlights and stuff, and I'm like looking at the stuff that he was doing off the dribble, left hand, right hand, post ups, crossover, athletic ability in his early years, and skill transfer. Like, he's the most skilled player there is. Like, I don't think that and obviously he took a lot of stuff from MJ, but his skill level, his it doesn't matter. He has like counter moves for his counter moves, and you couldn't really stop him. He's the most skilled player ever. So that's how I look at it. And it's really those 3 guys to me. You can take that how you want, of like GOAT or greatest of all time, but that's how I look at it now. And I just got to respect all of them. It's kind of hard to put them among others. Oh yeah, Jay said Jordan played all season long. I think LeBron is greatest for this era. And yeah, that's also true. They've all played in different eras.
Right.
Obviously, Michael in the 90s and late 80s.
Yeah.
And Kobe, early 2000s, 90s, late 90s to early 2010s.
It's kind of cool. They all kind of blended together, like Kobe and Michael. Then you got Kobe and LeBron.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So they kind of all blended. But the game of basketball has changed so much.
Yes.
That's the other factor too. Like, I believe LeBron could dominate in MJ's era. And MJ would definitely for sure dominate in this era. It's tough, man. And the
Yeah.
only reason I say that because of LeBron's size and his skill set, man. Like, I don't know.
It's hard to deny him in any facet, but
I think it depends
yeah.
on where he is when his career is really officially over.
Mm.
Because by that time, we may just have to give it to him by default based on where he is with all the records and stuff.
I mean, he's already at 20 seasons, gonna be 21.
Yep.
Yeah, it's insane.
Hey, for me, just to be clear, for me personally, I still put Jordan over LeBron. But LeBron is still, like, for sure top two for me. Like, I put him right there second. I know some people also put, I know you mentioned Kobe, but a lot of people mentioned Bill Russell.
Yeah.
Because of the rings, and he was also just a really good player. One of the best. Some people would put Kareem.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Honestly, I feel like that's the top 5 when you look at just, and this is the thing. It's so hard with the time periods, the eras, and how the game was played compared to each player's time.
Mm-hmm.
Bill Russell obviously playing in
Early
times in the 60s, and rules were different. The game was played different ways. Kareem just, I don't feel like we really got to, like, our generation, you and I, we didn't see Kareem play. We saw highlights of the skyhook, but that man made a living literally off of one move, and nobody could stop it.
Nope.
And we got to see a little bit more of Kobe, LeBron, and tail end of Mike. We were just like, I don't know.
Yeah.
But
I saw Wizard Mike, man.
We don't talk about Wizard Mike. But hey, I'll take Wizard Mike. I'm just saying. But
I took him in video games, but
it's hard, bro.
Yeah. All right. So yeah.
Jay said he got something to say.
Say what?
I said Jay said he had something to say. He was agreeing that with Jordan, Kobe, LeBron is fair. But yeah, it's a lot of criteria, a lot of different.
It's so subjective.
Yeah. But hey.
But at the same time, too, Jordan was literally the best team and finished it out. The Warriors had a chance, but they didn't finish it with a championship that year. That's the only thing.
Oh,
technically, yeah, 7-3. Not talking about record, right? 7-3-9 the Warriors were, but they got the record, but they ain't finished it out. Jordan's still technically in that Bulls team. To me, since the Warriors didn't win at all, that doesn't count to me. It's still that Bulls team, and they finished it out with a championship. So technically, still the best team in history, and the best player on that team was Jordan. So, I mean,
that's fair. I mean,
that's another part of it too. So,
also, and this be like my last thing, but
and LeBron has never three-peated. That's an accomplishment in itself too. And I do give Lil Wayne was right about doing it with 3 different teams.
That's hard.
That's real hard.
4 different teams now. Miami. No, wait.
The same Miami, team. 2 in Miami, 1 in Cleveland.
Oh no, I'm thinking about 4 championships, but 3 different teams. My bad.
Right,
my bad.
3 different teams. Yeah, 4 championships. 2 in Miami.
Ignore
1 in Cleveland. 1 in LA.
Yeah, you're right. I don't know what I was thinking.
I consider how the game has changed within that time too. So, the one guy in Cleveland is one of the best ones I've ever witnessed. Honestly, like, that run was amazing. And LA, I wonder the fact that it was in the bubble. People are still discounted a little bit. I don't know, but in these finals, we're getting like the rematch of the stuff. So, I mean, it's not the same team, but the same stars were there, and they got swept.
Yeah, but hey, you gotta think about, and this is something I think about, like with the Warriors specifically, Steph Curry, man.
Yep.
Obviously, every time we got to think about this too. Every time he shoots a three for the next, however many seasons he plays, he's setting the record. Literally, he's setting the record. Like at the end of the day, Steph could be up there as like one of the. I'm not gonna put him like over like MJ, Kobe, and LeBron, but he could be.
How his career shapes out. That's it.
Bro, he has multiple championships. He's the greatest shooter of all time, and he can make a dent in scoring category as well, which is crazy to think about. Like you got to think about that too, because he'll probably play a little bit longer after LeBron. Maybe
his skill set allows him to. Like, he can play potentially longer if he wants to.
Yeah. So he could be up there one day, like in the top 5.
You very well could. When all said and done, we're not going to remember how they did it. We're just going to look at, okay, how many rings they got, or where are they in the record books. That's what we're going to look at in the end. So,
oh, that's a good point. To 3-peat twice is hard.
Right.
Did it twice.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think
Kobe and Shaq credit for them at least doing it.
They got their one.
Once.
They got their 3-peat for sure.
But no one has ever done it since. The Miami Heat were close. Sorry to mention that.
No, you're good. You're good. No.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. We haven't seen another 3-peat, and that kind of tells you how dominant your team is. The Warriors were close.
They
were real close, but they got the injuries got in the way for the Warriors.
Yeah.
So, yeah. If they 3-peated, imagine where we put Steph at, or KD. Like,
that would change the trajectory of KD's legacy for sure. I feel like KD is a solid player, but at the end of the day, people are not gonna. I feel like they're not gonna give him the credit that he deserves,
unless he wins one with the Suns now.
Honestly, bro, I thought about this earlier today too. KD's path is so similar to LeBron, and I feel like people are, because he didn't win as much as LeBron, or he hasn't. I'll put it that way. He hasn't won as much as LeBron. People are gonna give him so much flack for it, because you look at LeBron going from Cleveland to Miami, winning 2. KD going from OKC to the Warriors, winning 2.
Mm-hmm.
LeBron goes back to his own squad, wins. Goes to LA, wins. KD left for Golden State, and it's just not been the best thing for him in the past few seasons.
Hey, do you think he should have stayed?
It's hard to say, because if you think about him staying, would that like diminish Steph's greatness? I don't necessarily think so, but I feel like the narrative changes because, you have KD and you have you and Clay, and I feel like that changes things. But I think I don't know why not. Like, as I look back at it, I'm like, but hey, people are free to do what they feel like is best for him, and I think he made the decision that was right for him. I don't know. If he would have stayed with the Warriors, it would be interesting, because once all of them come back from their injuries, it's crazy that him and Clay kind of went out at the same time and almost took around the same time to come back. But yeah, that would have been crazy to see, like, what would have happened.
Sure. But you're right about the injuries, though. You're right about that, though.
Yeah.
Because even Steph was hurt. So And that's how they got those high lottery picks. That's how they got Jordan Poole and the Wiseman. It's tough that Wiseman didn't really turn out well, but we'll see how Poole adjusts and what happens with him.
We'll see. Fun off season.
Yeah, I'm sad for the off season. I wonder when they'll decide to announce the Ja Morant stuff. Are they gonna wait like a week? You probably think you want to give a team that won some time, so they're probably not gonna announce it until probably like after the parade or something, or whoever team wins.
Yeah,
I'll be surprised they come out immediately with it, with the punishment.
Man, who knows? With all the with the NBA script being the way it is, the way it's written right now, who knows? But I feel like it would be best to not overshadow the finals as they're currently ongoing, and probably be soon declaring a champion in the next few days or so. But
we'll see. Depends how Monday goes.
Oh yeah, we'll see.
We'll see. And if it does end, have to figure Jokic will be MVP. If he turn out and win in 7, it'll probably be. You have to assume it'll be Jimmy, because
it's gonna be a team effort, man.
It'll have to be a team effort, but Jimmy will have to be like 30, 40 plus every time.
No doubt.
Yep. All right. Tough game, man. Tough game. Oh, yeah. Well, yes. You saw Ben Simmons he was in the lab working out?
I did.
I don't know if they'll do anything. We'll see.
Yeah, I'm glad he's working out. I hope to see him on the court and having
hope he balls out.
Good mental space, being able to go and make something happen.
Yeah. Hopefully so. So. Okay. Oh.
Oh man, did you see the picture?
Yep.
Of he's all swole.
Mm-hmm. I ain't gonna lie. When I first saw that, I thought that was fake.
Oh, it was fake. It was fake. 100%. It was modified for sure.
Yeah. I was like, it looked fake. So I was like, yeah.
No, bro. Like the other day, I saw a picture of him. He was sitting down on the bench, and then I saw that picture today where he was walking around like the Hulk. I'm like, bro, that's not. That's not. Ain't no way.
Yeah.
He on some Batman Rogues Gallery type stuff. He got Venom or something for that.
Yeah.
He got the Venom pack.
Some Bane stuff. Yeah, I got you. Titan formula.
Oh yeah. Bro. Shout out to Batman Arkham Knight. One of the greatest games, Arkham series. I ain't gonna get into that though, but
This the best Batman. It's the best
down.
Batman series for sure. I wish they made a sequel though.
Me too. I know that Batman's supposed to show up in the new Suicide Squad game.
Mm-hmm.
But
I know that was delayed too, unfortunately. So yeah. That's tough. Spider-Man, new game coming out. They announced the date. It's coming out like October 23rd, so or something like that. I got my set date to when I gotta try to get the 5, man, because it's only coming out on the 5. Gotta try to get it, bro. And you see the new Spider-Man movie yet?
Across the Spider-Verse?
Yeah.
Not yet.
I haven't seen it yet either. I've heard people having trouble with the audio or something. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know. Like, you go to the theaters. If y'all have seen it, let me know. Is there really audio issues or something? Because that's tough if it is. There's so many movies I gotta watch though.
Man, I don't want to have to get a PS5.
Man, that looks good. And we saw a full view of Venom. Like, he looks good. And they confirmed that it's not Eddie Brock.
Is it? I'm not going.
I can guess who it could be.
I'm speculating, but I'm not going.
I mean, yeah, just in case people haven't seen the game, play the game. I don't know. We got to start a separate thing, bro, to talk about like
For sure.
comics and like games and stuff, bro. Because these people are here for basketball, man.
For sure.
We're honestly just trying to fill in time. We're honestly trying to fill in time, but for the podcast right now, we're about to end it. we're about at that time now, anyway. So we're about to end it.
For sure.
Yeah, man.
Well, yeah.
Y'all interested in stuff? Let us know though.
Absolutely.
Yep. But thank y'all for rocking with us. Y'all pray for Zay. Cause he's quiet. Oh, y'all lost on Udonis Haslem's birthday, bro. That is tough. And Nikola Jovic. Y'all lost on them at these dudes' birthday, man. That is tough.
At home.
At home.
Man, it was crazy. We had J. Cole in the building tonight, lost. We had Chris Tucker in the building tonight, lost.
Mm-hmm. Forrest Whitaker was there too. I think they showed him. Yeah.
Forrest Whitaker. Shakira has been there every time. I don't know if you saw this, but on Twitter, every time Shakira came to the game in Miami, we've lost. Every time. Single.
I'm sure Khaled was there.
Oh yeah, Khaled's stable. Yeah. He is heat culture here.
That's tough, man.
But yeah, man, I'm just like we can't be. We got Cold World in the building. We can't be losing, bro. We got all the stars. I hate losing at home, honestly, in the playoffs.
I didn't expect y'all to lose both at home, but it's tough.
It's a killer, bro. Shout out to our sponsor, SS96. Salute. Man, go get that Swish Masters merch.
Yep.
Not this, but I got the shirt. But go get that merch.
Y'all check out the YouTube and he's supporting podcasts. Got different clips out. Watch those. We talked about potential CP3 destinations. We talked about DeAndre Ayton possibly getting traded. We talked about where Kyrie was doing with LeBron. Talked about a lot of stuff. Y'all go check that stuff out. We even talked about Ja a little bit. So, and Dame, where Dame could go. Seems like that's picking up some steam too. So y'all check out the YouTube and see what we said about that stuff. Check out the podcast. And appreciate y'all support. We in season 3 for this. Season 2? I forget. I'm tripping. I don't know where we at right now. We're nearing the end of whatever season we in. But we appreciate y'all support though.
You know, going on 2 years, man, and only going up from here. We appreciate y'all for tuning in, for supporting, for liking, for sharing, subscribing. Keep it going. We're gonna keep it level up, you know. And we appreciate you guys, man. Catch us Monday night around the same time.
Yeah, we'll see. Depending on how the game go, we may be on early. We'll see. Yeah, I hope this game not blow out, bro.
Nah,
I'll be so disappointed. That's about either way.
For sure.
But all right, man. We appreciate y'all and see y'all Monday night.
See you.